Hey there everybody, and welcome back to more Silent Hill 3. Last time, if you may recall, we had just escaped the hilltop center and found ourselves on what is actually a fairly familiar street to Heather. This is actually the road directly to her father's apartment and her home, and what should hopefully be our final destination. The only thing is that things are rather, suspiciously quiet. I mean, maybe it's late at night and everybody goes to bed early. Or maybe something just isn't right. But this is our destination, the Daisy Villa Apartments, or if you're Spanish, Villa. Now there are quite a few doors to check, but something I actually haven't looked at in our inventory is Heather's house key. If we look at that real quick, we'll see that there is actually a number, 102. But I'm sure random people won't mind if we just barge in. Or Heather will just be very adamant about not allowing us to investigate any doors. But yeah, otherwise this is just pretty much a normal apartment. It almost might remind you of the apartment complex we went through in Silent Hill 2, minus Pyramid Head and a bunch of enemies walking about. But there is actually, or there would be, another reference to Silent Hill 2. Well, not this save point here. Apparently the appearance of these save points is actually kind of getting to Heather because they're just constant reminders of stuff she can't remember. And especially so close to home, she kind of feels like it's disrespecting her own sacred place. But yeah, normally if you would have a Silent Hill 2 save, there'd be a little dialogue here, a little Easter egg talking about some reference to Silent Hill 2 and mailboxes. It's all very deep. Well, let's go ahead and head inside our apartment.
Dad, I'm home. Listen, something really crazy's going on. I think we should... Dad? Dad?
No! No! Did you do this?
You're late.
But why? Why?
Revenge for 17 years ago, for one thing. If not for him, our dream would have come true. And then he took you away from us.
I'll get you for this!
There is another reason. To fill your heart with hatred. It must be this way. One day you'll understand why.
No, I'll never understand!
You must try to remember me, and your true self as well. You will birth a god, and build an eternal paradise. He's the one who killed your father. I merely gave the order. So, what will you do? I'll be waiting where all begins. In the town of Silent Hill.
And say hello to the second boss of the game, this rather crafty gentleman. Where'd he go? Ah! Yeah, this rather quick, crafty, bag-headed gentleman is known as the Missionary. He can actually be fairly difficult, especially in comparison to the fight with the Split Head. So what we're going to do is we're going to actually, well, first we're going to try to cheat a little bit, because something rather interesting about the Split Head is that with your radio off and with your radio off and your flashlight off, he is actually unable to find you until you walk up close to him and try to attack him. So if you want to be a stealthful little ninja, you can, well, try to do what I'm doing here and try to whittle away at him. You just have to be very careful because his attacks are very quick and very painful. But I think this might take forever, so let's go ahead and switch to another weapon. Yeah, his attack radius can be very weird. And you can already see he has caused quite a bit of damage. So what else you can do is you can pop the silencer back on the pistol because the cinematic takes it off for some reason. And you can also just take pot shots at him. Yeah, as you can see, he has he has very little idea where we are. And if you really want to take your time and whittle him down little bit by little bit, you can. But don't be fooled, he's not dead. He is nowhere near being dead. Stupid bastard. This is taking way too long as well, so shotgun. Now, the shotgun still does a shit ton of damage. It's just, well, kind of say the other special ability he has, which is pretty much if you take him head on and just try to unload into him, he will magically block your shots as if he's Neo from the Matrix. And he'll still manage to probably hit you. As you can already tell in the lower right hand corner, that pulsating cross actually says we are close to death. But quite frankly, he's almost close to death as well. And you may be wondering why he's called the Missionary. That's because he is actually a normal human being that's been mutated and warped by Claudia's magic. Kind of an emissary of her dark religion.
don't know what to say.
Then don't say anything.
I'm fine, so just get out of here and leave me alone already!
Calm down.
Calm down? How am I supposed to do that? My father is dead! He's murdered! Get out! This is all your fault! If it weren't for you,
I'm sorry.
then go!
If it'll make you feel better, I will. Is he okay like this?
What else can I do? There's no one here to give him a decent burial. I'm sorry, Dad.
What do you do now?
I'm going to Silent Hill.
What's in Silent Hill?
I don't know.
Do you think it's safe?
Of course it isn't. I don't know what kind of hell is waiting for me there, but I've got no other choice. I don't care about God or paradise. If that's what she believes, then fine. But she won't get away with what she did. When I find her, I'll kill her myself.
Revenge doesn't solve anything.
Maybe not, but that's what I'm going to do.
How are you gonna get there?
None of your business.
I'll give you a ride.
I don't need your help.
Yeah, but it's too far to walk. Besides, I'm partly responsible for this. I'll bring the car around back. Come by when you finish saying goodbye.
You know, you might die too.
That's fine. Nobody's gonna cry over my grave.
And with that, we now say our final goodbyes to Heather's father. Now, I still want to leave it a little in the dark about who her father is. For those of you who have figured it out, well, it is kind of obvious, but for those that are new to Silent Hill overall, well, he actually did play a very important role in Silent Hill 1. And it was kind of a shame that he had to die off screen. But there's really not much else to the apartment. There is some stuff to get in Heather's room, but her father's room is just very simple and plain. He seemed a man that didn't really indulge himself and actually seemed to live a pretty solitary lifestyle just with his daughter. We still do have to kind of wonder what Claudia's goal actually is. She's directed Heather to go to Silent Hill, and for some reason she apparently wants Heather very pissed off. But say hello to what I would consider the final melee weapon of the game. The stun gun has, well, next to no range. It's pretty much on par with the, defensive knife. But it does pack quite a punch. It's just, well, you don't really get that many batteries for it, so we're not actually going to see that much use out of it, especially, well, considering we have much better range on our other melee weapons. But that's pretty much it for Heather's apartment. I think it's time to go meet Douglas and make our way finally to Silent Hill.
I just met some guy named Vincent.
Vincent?
He's a friend of yours, right?
I'm not sure.
He said when we get to Silent Hill to look for a guy named Leonard, and he gave me this map. What do you want to do?
We can't trust him, but we've got no other choice.
Here, take this too.
What's this?
Your father was holding it. Started raining. Are you sleeping?
I'm awake.
You cold? What's the deal with Silent Hill anyway? It used to be a nice, quiet little town. But now...
You've been there?
Once, on a missing persons case. Never did find him. But I'll tell you, that's one screwed up town. My line of work, you hear a lot of nasty rumors.
I was born and raised there.
Sorry. I didn't mean to offend you.
No offense taken.
Anyway, I thought you grew up in Portland. What's wrong? Feeling sick?
My head's pounding like the worst hangover ever.
Maybe you're car sick.
No. I'm just trying to remember. My childhood. Something terrible happened in Silent Hill 17 years ago. A woman named Dahlia. She tried to summon the ancient god of the town. She offered up her very own daughter.
That's crazy.
Maybe so, but it worked. The girl gave birth to a god. You see, that girl had special powers.
Powers?
Her classmates called her a witch. She could make things happen with her mind. She could kill people just by wishing for it. But in the end, that god was killed by a single person. My father, Harry Mason. I guess it wasn't much of a god if it could be killed by a human being. But I think Claudia's trying to do the same thing again. And I've been chosen as the sacrifice.
You've got some kind of power in you two?
After the god was killed, the girl reappeared. She was holding a baby in her arms. Before she died, she gave the baby to my father. He loved me just like I was his very own daughter. Even though he didn't know who or what I was. It was so sudden. I never had a chance to tell you how happy you made me.
I'm gonna head for that Leonard guy's house. You check out the hospital. You got the map, right?
Yeah,
You gonna be okay alone?
I'm not a child, you know. Are you sure it's not you who's afraid to be alone?
You're right. I am afraid. I'm 50-something years old. I ain't never seen nothing like this. I still feel like I'm dreaming.
More like a nightmare, I'd say.
Yeah. I want to wake up and have a smoke already. Meet me back here when you're finished looking around the hospital. Okay?
Roger.
Man, I really loved that previous scene. But we are now in, well, possibly the seediest motel ever in Silent Hill. And I think this is a good stopping point. So hopefully you'll join me next time as we go to the hospital and have a little look around Silent Hill proper.